Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can you see me? I hope you can. How's it going? My name is Mark Roden, and today we are going to be driving the Integra for the first time ever. As you can tell, it's got plates on her, so that's good. Here's the Z, by the way. Say hi, everybody. You guys haven't seen the Z in so long. But yeah, we're going to be driving the Integra for the first time. Gonna give it some hard driving. Gonna put her through the test today. Gonna see if she could hang like everybody says these Hondas can. Everybody's all like, oh, these Hondas are so good at freaking handling, man. They're the best handling cars on the planet. So I'm gonna see that. It is bone stock, by the way. So this is a POV bone stock toge run. It's not an actual toge, but it's a really curvy road. And it should be fun. Let me just get everything I need to get in this car because this is my daily driver now. So I'm gonna take everything out of this daily driver and put it in this daily driver. And we'll get going. All right, so let's get this show on the road. A couple things. First off, I'm not gonna be like oh yeah, also that's my dinner over there, so don't mind that. Got some beef brats, baby. Beef brats. Eating the weenies. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, but we don't know what we're gonna eat tonight, so I just picked up some of those because I'm just a good guy like that, you know what I mean, guys? But let's see if she starts nicely, because usually she doesn't like to, so not when it's cold, at least. When it's warm out, she starts perfectly. When it's cold, nah, she don't like that. All right. Not bad, not bad. Is she in neutral? Maybe. It's just that. Handbrake down. Seatbelt, safety first. Safety first, boys. All right, she's warm enough. Let's get her started. So this is gonna be like I have driven it a little bit, obviously. I took it on a test drive and then I drove it to get it through emissions, but I never got to like get get on it hard. So that's what this drive is gonna be. I gotta get used to this clutch too, by the way, because I'm used to the 350Z's clutch. Yeah, I gotta get used to that clutch. But let's get so we're gonna go up this road here. It's very twisty and windy and stuff like that. We're gonna go up this road, and then we're gonna go up my uncle's road as well. Oh, Jesus, oh. Jeez, I did not see that car there at all. That was scary. That's all right though. She does handle like people say they do though, because I was scared just then. I thought I was gonna hit that damn guardrail, but I did not. That's good. That's a bad start though to driving this thing. Anyway, don't drive like me, kids. If you're at home, drive responsibly. Get this guy out of my lane, boy. So that's the end of that road. We're gonna turn around up here though and go back. But okay, so literally just from that feeling, just from driving there, I can tell a couple things that's wrong, not wrong with it, but things that need to be addressed, to say the least. First of all is this clutch. This clutch is gonna take some getting used to, that's for sure. It's very weird. Second is the steering. The steering's very loose. Whoa, whoa. But when it grips, which is cool. Third is the suspension. It is obviously completely bone stock, so the suspension does need to be stiffened up a little bit, but it has a lot of body roll right now. 350Z is definitely more stiff than this. The only good thing about, well, not the only good thing, there's a lot of good things about this car, but one of the good things about this car is when it grips, like right there, dude, it grips like holy moly. It likes to hug this road. I love that. This is what the build's gonna be about, by the way. That's why I'm doing this. It's because it's not gonna be like a, yeah, that's fun. That is fun. I totally understand the hype behind like toge carving and all that stuff now. That is so much fun. Gets a Honda, doesn't know how to act. But that is a lot of fun. And it does handle really well. Now there are a couple things that do need to be fixed on it anyway, one of them being the transmission mount, so that could be the cause of why it shakes me around a lot. Second is I need to get all this stuff out of the back so I can push the seat back more, because right now I'm sitting really close and it's not very comfortable at all. And third, and this is the biggest one, is it does need new brakes. So since it needs new brakes, I can't be that confident when driving it that the brakes are going to work. Then the fourth one is the fact that I need to get more comfortable with this clutch. Oh, that was not bad though. I'm getting used to it already. Everybody, all right, so a couple things too that people were saying in the last video when I was showing off this car is they wanted to see the engine bay. It's so clean in my opinion, at least. Like, I usually like to look at the strut towers and the frames from the engine bay, and both of those are so clean on this car, so I'm happy with that. The second thing people notice is that the cluster is not the original cluster from the Integra LS. I forgot to mention that that is true. This is a different cluster. It's out of an Acura Integra GSR, so that's why it revs up to 8,500 RPMs. This car does not rev up to 8,500. It revs up to 6,000. But don't worry, the mileage is correct, so don't worry about that. And then the last thing people notice is the seats. They were talking a lot about the seats. They were like, oh, you can get RSX seats. I saw a lot of people say that you could get RSX seats and they fit perfectly. Yes, you can, but this is a budget build. Remember that, guys? So I'm not going to be looking to spend a lot of money on different things. And to be honest, these seats feel fine. So I'll most likely just keep these seats in here. They are seats out of a Civic. These seats in the back are the ones out of this car, but they're ripped. So to answer those 3 questions about the car, there you go. But let's give her a little like speed test. I know she's not fast, but let's see how fast she can go. This is pedal to the metal hauling right now in 4th gear. Yeah, she's not very quick. But that's not what this car is about, guys. Like, look at that. I just took that corner at like, well, only 60. It feels so much faster. I wonder if this cluster's wrong with the speed, because that feels so slow. Like, that does not feel like I was going just 60. And it does not feel like we're going 40 right now. I don't know. Maybe this cluster's speedometer isn't hooked up correctly or something. Oh no, this is the road I was gonna rip it on, but this guy's in front of me. There's nowhere to pass people on this road. No, that's so freaking unfortunate. Please turn. Please turn. I want to give her the beans on this road. Please, buddy. Turn, right there, right there. Yeah, that's where you want to turn. No! No! I'm gonna be stuck behind this a-hole the whole time. Look how slow he's going too. Oh my god. Come on, man. He's going literally, well, yeah, this cluster is definitely incorrect, because there's no way I was going 15 just there. Yeah, I don't think this is right. I'll have to figure it out. I don't think the cluster's speed is right, because just then I was like matted in 4th gear and we were going pretty quick, and I looked down at the gauge and it said we were about to reach 80, and it felt like we were going a lot faster than 80, so I feel like that might be wrong, but we'll see. For the ABS light, by the way, it's just a sensor in the back left tire. No other engine lights are on, obviously. Yeah, this thing's freaking fun though. So, initial impressions. Let me give my initial review to everybody that cares. It handles like people say they handle. It handles really nicely. It does have a lot of body roll right now, but I can tell that, oh yes, he's turning. We're already kind of almost there, but I'll give her the beans for the rest of the way. But it does kind of handle. I missed the gear. But it does kind of handle like a little soft right now. I think that's just because you gotta be careful on this road. Sometimes people walk on this road, so I do want to be a little bit careful when there's a blind hill. But yeah, it does kind of handle like a little soft, but that's literally just because it's still on stock suspension. And yes, the clutch is very confusing, and yes, the steering is pretty loose, but it's actually not that bad. I think I overreacted, to be honest. Look at that though, it just gripped around that corner. It loves corners. It eats up corners. It's going to handle, I should say that. It's going to handle 10 times better than my Z will. Just right now, it's very bouncy. Like, look at the bounce. It like shakes, flies you around in your seat. So that also could just be because these are Civic seats. So, but here we are. We're at the place. So let me do what I need to do, and I'll show you the engine bay. All right, so let's talk about her while we still can. She is a blast. I am so happy with my purchase. I was kind of worried a little bit, actually, to be honest with you, that I wasn't going to be happy with it because it's not that fast in terms of like straight line speed. But once you know how to drive this car, it's fun. You just need to realize that this thing, as stock, obviously I know Hondas can be, especially in Integra, can be quick, but stock, they're not going to be quick. You need to understand that. And so the second I got that like thought out of my mind of it being like a fast freaking highway racer, and I started just taking it up to the corners and everything, now I understand the hype behind this thing. That was a blast. So you guys, let's talk about how the last video and our plans for this car, you guys showed nothing but absolute just love for this build, and you guys wanted to see it got like 11,000 views in 2 days. Like, that's insane. You guys are obviously really interested in this build, so we're going to be pushing it along. I was going to start it and do only one video a week. We're going to try to do as many videos per week as we can do on this car, but I'm not going to try, and I obviously want them to be nice videos and interesting videos to watch, so I'm not going to do like, oh my god, new badges for my Integra, holy moly. I'm not going to do like stuff like that. So if there is only one video a week, you guys got to understand, you know, money is an issue. I can't, you know, go out and spend $1,000 on this car. And also on top of that, the whole point of the car is it's going to be a budget build. I'm trying to keep this car under $5,000. I bought it for $3,000. I'm going to try and keep it under $5,000. So I have $2,000 to spend. Obviously, some big issues with that is I'm going to want wheels. I'm going to want coilovers. Those are both going to be pretty expensive. Then towards the end of it, I'm going to want to wrap it or paint it or do something to change the color. So those are all pretty expensive things, and so we're going to have to try and find some ways around that. But Facebook Marketplace is looking like our friend for that one. But yeah, I'm super happy that you guys are excited for this build series. This was just my first drive. I wanted to give you guys my first actual like hard drive on this car and my impressions on it, and then we'll go from there. And yeah, let me know what other videos that you like to see on the car that are like, you know, cheap and stuff that I can do that you'd be interested in watching, but isn't going to cost a ton of money, like boosting the car. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Also, next video, we're going to clean it. It's dirty. We're going to clean it, clean the interior, clean the exterior. It's going to be the first actual video like working on the car, I guess you could say, because we got to clean it. Every build, you have to start it off with cleaning it, and then after we clean it, we're going to throw it on the lift, and we're going to see if there's any hidden damages, and we'll do a couple of other videos here and there. But right now I'm just waiting on parts, and once the parts get here, I was also waiting on getting it registered, and now it's registered. So once everything gets here and all that, we'll be started. I hope you guys are excited for the series as I am. You guys seem like you are, so that's going to be awesome. Also, most of my friends are excited to be like a part of it, so it's just going to be for fun. Like, I'm not going to, you know, this isn't going to be like a informative series. I'm not going to be like, so this is what you have to do in order to do this. It's not going to be like, it's going to be like, hey, we're doing coilovers today. Let's watch a couple of goons do coilovers who have no idea what they're doing. Should be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm so excited for this Integra build, man. So it's going to be a blast. And das vidanya. Have a nice night.